Hey yo, Eli, can you keep it short?
So, I think Spider-Man fans have bad taste. I know, right? Way to start the video, I literally just sat down. But I think the community has a habit of overly praising certain movies while simultaneously downplaying others in an unfair way. The Raimi obsession comes to mind as my thoughts on the movie and interpretations of the main character withstanding. It's gotten so bad that people unironically praise the convoluted and unfocused third installment just because at least the director's vision shines through. Same with the TASM movies. While I don't think the first one is bad at all and has a lot of redeeming qualities, what's with this recent surge of love for the second? Spider-Man 3 is at least a fun movie to either watch or make fun of. Whenever the second TASM movie is discussed in any sort of positive light, it's usually only the visuals, and the visuals of a few scenes at that. No one talks about the dated music, the bad dialogue, the terrible pacing, the corporate franchise baiting. Nope. Just because Spidey has some good swinging scenes, the movie is suddenly good. Okay, so hi, my name is Eli. Welcome to Keeping It Short, the series where I take a break from longer video essays to make shorter form discussion videos. And it's the first episode, and I've already run into a problem with this format. Because this obsession with praising poorly put together movies because, well, at least the vision is clear, is such a dense topic that I would love to cover because it's more of a recent thing resulting from, I think, the Snyder movies? Those were the first times the talk of studio interference really shined on the internet. Why do I bring this up? Well, do you know what I really want from the next Spider-Man MCU movie? For it to be good. Knock knock, who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't waste 40 minutes of your time with that? No, but seriously, if you haven't been paying attention to the news cycle or the rumors surrounding this movie, then let me just say this film not only seemingly confirms that we can never, get a normal Spider-Man movie where his screen time isn't split into half or thirds in the MCU, but this seemingly will have the same problems that SM3 and TASM 2 had. Decent adaptations of some of Parker's darkest days while not allowing the audience to feel that because of the millions of subplots going on in the movie. I guess I should start the video by saying I'm obviously not stupid. Nothing about this movie has been confirmed or denied, at least officially, so take every leak, rumor, disbussing film tweet with a disgusting amount of salt. We don't even have a trailer yet. This video is merely a terminally online perspective when it comes to the comic book movie news cycle. Trust me, if I did this type of video around Superman's pre-production days, the brain rot would be even worse. Do you guys remember when people thought this was Henry Cavill? The movie already feels crowded, and the only reason I feel like people aren't talking about it anymore is because the suit has sauce. And granted, sauce it does have, it's very saucy, but also Shang-Chi, the movie which housed the director who has been chosen to do the Spider-Man movie, also had a lot of sauce. But that's pretty much all it had. Sure, the Mandarin was great, the cultural nods were well appreciated, but no one remembers the movie for the plot, and for good reason. The plot is kind of dumb. Hi, my name is Eli, this is Keeping It Short. So unfortunately I cannot elaborate on that for the two Shang-Chi fans in the Great Ether that just got mad at me. But No Way Home left Peter in a very vulnerable place, a very right place for certain storytelling avenues. I feel like we have already used the term street level to its fullest, and I think its use is a little facetious given how street level 2 of the Home movies already were when you think about it. But the point is that we are now at a point for the character where things we never had time to explore before should and kind of need to be explored. In other words, in order for the next few steps of Spidey's mythos in the MCU to work, it needs to be plot driven. It needs to be focused. Everything Shang-Chi wasn't. So, with my worries over the choice of creatives behind the screen, with every plot detail that makes my stomach produce butterflies, with the culture of Spider-Man meta appreciating the good and bad movies to the point of dismissing them as bad movies that are mostly bad because of the abundance of stuff going on in them, bad movies that are given grace because of their visuals and cool factor, suffice to say, I am a little anxious over Spider-Man Brand New Day, and especially its fan reception. So as much as I would love to break down my pitch for the perfect Spider-Man movie, or just the perfect path for the MCU Spider-Man going forward, at this point, if it's somehow despite all of this above a 7, I'm just gonna have to learn to be content with that.